I was very moved by Senator Black and Delegate Mark King's for the joint resolution that they had that passed through the General Assembly. Very proud of it. And as a Vietnamese American living here for 38 years, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the U.S. soldiers, the Filipinos, the Korean, all of those that were allies, and of course, needless to say that we need to thank our Vietnamese, South Vietnamese soldiers. So ask everybody to stand to honor all of those who sustained freedom for us for 21 years. Please stand. Thank you very much. Thank you. I was asked to come here to talk about the economy and the economic power for the Asian Americans. So let's start it with me. When I came here in 1975, I was barehanded because I ran away from South Vietnam on the 28th day of April. I came here not only with my 4 children, but I took with me 4 other children, 2 13, 1 14, and 1 16 and a half. So I had 8 children altogether. They want to send my children, my other children, not my own biological, to the foster parents. So I went to Henrico County and asked them, please do not take away the remnant of my family. So the county granted me the guardianship. So I ended up raising 8 children altogether. Glad to tell you that today they all graduated from college. 2 of them went to VMI, Virginia Military Institute. And in 1984, after I worked for the state government for about 9 years, I decided to start a business for my own family. I started in 1984. Then 1994, I started another company. 1996, I started another manufacturing company. And 2000, I started the last 4th company for my own family. When I'm telling you that, this is the land of opportunities. The land that will give you the opportunities to make sure that you use to the utmost. Look at our Asian American in the Commonwealth of Virginia. First of all, we had 450,000 Asian Americans living in the state. And yet, out of that 450,000, we had 45,000 being business owners, Asian American business owners. So look at it, look at it. Every 10 Asians living in the state, we have 1 person being a business owner. That is the highest statistic that you can find in any ethnic descent. And I'm very proud to be an Asian American. Why I'm proud to be an Asian American? Because we work very hard. We save the money to start our business. We want to make sure everything is there, self-sufficient. We are not going to have to worry and rely on everything. Our education is the highest. And yet, we only carry 5% of the entire population in the country. That's remarkable. In 2004, I saw that even though we've been classified as a minority business, as Asian Americans, but any kind of opportunities coming out there, I only saw the other 2 groups of the minorities, namely African American and Hispanic American, being mentioned, but yet nothing talking about the Asian Americans for any business opportunity. And that is how I started out the Virginia Asian Chamber of Commerce. Why? Because I feel that we pay the same tax. We perform the same duties as citizens of this country. And I would like to, and I want to, asking and demanding that I need to be treated, meaning the Asians need to be treated equally on a level playing field. And that is what I started with my heart, my soul. I could have stayed back there, spending my time going hunting or going fishing. But the call for duty for my own people, Asian American, is so high, so I asked Ms. Tran to help me to start an organization, the Virginia Asian Chamber of Commerce. After knocking doors, after did everything from the governors is down, I remember the Governor Warner at that time, Virginia Asian Chamber of Commerce was behind the start of the SWAM program. I'm sure everybody's familiar with that. I went to the Republican Party and I asked them to help, and I went to Democratic parties and asked to help. And that's how the whole thing is. In 2005, they tried to get rid of the Department of Minority Business. The call for duty again to help me and the group of the minority business to come out there and telling them not to do it. They withdraw the idea of getting rid of the Department of Minority. Make a long story short, this is what had happened. This country is great. It's given you all economic opportunities so that you can do things if you want to work hard for it. And that is what I am proud. One thing I'm afraid of is that I'm 68 years old now. My grandson is in GMU. That tomorrow, when I'm no longer here, my children is going to be proud of their grandfathers, their fathers, who had done things for the future generation. And that is how we did. And that is how this organization started. I know for sure now that any government entities, any private entities, when talking about business opportunity, they cannot forget the Asians as the name for the equal treatment on the level playing field. Ladies and gentlemen, those are the things I have gradually achieved, and I want to do that for our people because I'm very proud an Asian American in this Commonwealth of Virginia. Also in 2007, I found another organization named Virginia Asian Foundation, which is a charitable organization. Why I did that? Number one, we need to preserve all of our cultural aspects. Number two, what we need to do is to make sure that anything we need to do to help our Asian American communities, we got to do so. In Richmond area, guess what they labeled me? They labeled me Mr. Big Mouth of Virginia. Have you ever seen an Asian American being a big mouth? Yes, I am. I will knock on the door. I will make sure the people is going to treat our people equally because we pay the same tax. We have the same things as what we have done here, and we deserve to be given that rights, that opportunities. I want to make sure everybody understands one thing, that is, without economic power, our community will not be considered as vital as other communities. I work with African American, I work with Hispanics American, I work with the mainstream so that we are not isolated, because don't forget, we're the smallest in the whole entire country. And I'll tell you this much is right here, we need to do that. We need to make sure that we follow our culture. Why? Because of a very important factor. Our culture is an entrepreneurship. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for my time. I'm running my mouth, but hey, we got to do what we have to do, and I want to make sure that I introduce the most dynamic Executive Director of Virginia Asian Chamber of Commerce, Ms. Milan Tran.